clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Couch up and all the fast match up and real rap and drifty quantum. This is that, this is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool to the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Yes, people, good morning. Hope everyone is blessed. Welcome to the LFC Focus Show with my special guest, Endz, in the building. How are you, my brother?
All good, man. All good. Liverpool ain't doing good, but we're good, man. We're good.
That's the thing, man. Like, it's so crazy because football can just destroy your whole mood, bro. Like, I'm sure everyone can attest to that. Like, we're all mad Liverpool supporters, and I promise you, bro, until we start winning again, life will not be the same until that changes, bro. Man, I have to keep it real.
We need consistent games as well. It's like we need. I know we had the two, and the energy was like if we could just beat Man City at least in this three.
Yeah.
Then, we felt good at the first one. We said, maybe a little fluke, and then the Real Madrid game gave us like context where, okay, the team's on it, still fighting, flying into tackles, and then we just got beaten up, bro, by Man City.
No, we got punch up, bro.
Now we got what? 13, 14 days. We got like chill now.
Yeah, because I think when obviously we got the game when we get back, it's Forest, isn't it? So it's not this Saturday. I think it's next Saturday, isn't it? And I think it's a 3 p.m. game. I want to say as well.
So we got to marinate till next Saturday, 3 o'clock. Bro.
That is a long thing, and I'll be real. Like this international bait, guys. Like, don't get twisted. Like, it's still football, but it's just not the same. It don't mean nothing these international games.
Feel good. It don't feel like there's any substance to the international games, innit?
And there's not. And when I check, really, there's not. I don't even think there's any big games, bro. You know that normally you might get you might be lucky to catch a Spain Netherlands or an Italy versus I don't know Croatia. Do you know what I mean? Bro, I don't think there's anything, bro. Like, really and truly. I'll have to go back and double check, but...
And, in terms of, I think now, there's... And big up to the chat. I don't know if you guys watch the game based around the teams or, like, there's a player in the game you want to watch. I feel like that's now gone out of the game a little bit in international football. It feels like there's no player that you'd be like, yo, I have to watch this game because that guy's playing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's that feeling anymore. So everyone's like, it might be just tactical stuff, and then it might be 0-0. It might be 5.
Do you know what? That's so true. I think that kind of goes back to, all right, you probably like the same as me. Yeah. Obviously, I know Brazil had tons of amazing players over the years, but there was a time when they didn't have that much. But Neymar was like the star attraction in it. Yeah. Of like, I'd be like, oh, Brazil's playing Neymar. Like, like you said, there's certain countries that player's playing, you're tuning in. Now, do you know what I think it is, though, bro? It's gonna sound crazy, but all these players are way too accessible for us to see, and that's mainly because they're either in the Prem already or La Liga. More likely than not. Don't get me wrong, still got Serie A, still got French Bundesliga, but I just think all the top players, bar Mbappe, Yamal, Pedri, basically Barcelona and Real Madrid, they're all in the Prem. Majority. And it's there. It's crazy. It's kind of mad.
Yamal is not playing either because I think he withdrew from the Spanish team, so you can't even go and watch that game and look forward to see him cook some fullbacks. This
is what I'm saying. Like, it's mad, bro. Listen, big up the chat, big up your damn self. Remember, people, this video is sponsored by okjersey.com. We can go and get your football jerseys for about £50. People use the code Kopish and get 8% off. Make sure you go and do that. Not only that, people, make sure you like the video and subscribe. And big up to everyone that was able to catch one of, in my opinion, I'm going to say it because I'm shameless like that, one of the biggest Liverpool shows that has taken place in recent memory. I'll be real. And the panelists, let me tell you some names. Endz was there. Flipping Hassan was there. Grizz, Monts, Tom Little, Errol, Asim from Born and Red. There's so many content creators. Mike Das was there. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll put the link in the chat at some point in the show. make sure people you go check out. It was a sick debate. It was regarding slot in, slot out, because obviously that conversation is going nowhere until we fix up. Let's keep it like that. So you never know. There might be another Avengers Crisis meeting in the near future. I'm just saying. Because if we don't fix up, I'm have to round up the Avengers one more time and see what'll go on. But yeah. All right, with that being said, though, let's speak about, I don't know if you've seen this, Endz, but bigger Anfield sector. So this was 2 days ago.
Right.
He's reposted this. In fact, well, he's reposted it, but I think he made the post obviously never. Liverpool remain confident of renewing Ibrahim Konate's contract. This is from the Keep from France. Bro, what's your thoughts on the contract situation regarding Konate? Because I've also seen other reports that say they think he's gone. But when I Keep, I feel like L'Équipe is quite creditable. So where you stand on this, my bro?
Bro, it's one of those things. I don't even know, you know. I don't want to lose him. I know many. I say many. I don't want to do that. I want to say there's a section of fans that want him to kind of go because they don't think he's good enough. Cool, not a problem. Not a problem. I think he's good enough, and I want him to stay. Because I don't want to be hunting around trying to find 2-3 centre backs where we have one, and I think we still need to add to it. And I think we can go out there and add to it. But I want us to do less work instead of more work. I listen to L'Équipe. I think that's probably the best ones to get because they're not gonna report any nonsense around their players, if that makes sense, around the French players. Right? So I'm more like to listen to them. The ones in Spain, you know, they obviously they're always gonna try and make us have a civil war inside our fan base. And I know they do it. They tried to do it before we played in Madrid. They pushed out Virgil tried to go to Madrid.
That one there was jarring because I'm like, no news about Real Madrid yet whatsoever. I think they might, no, that's a lie actually. There was something in the summer, but it was such a loose link. Yeah. I just thought this is nonsense. It was the whole, if Virgil re-signed with Liverpool, Real Madrid have been contacted or something like that. I said, really? I remember Virgil already came out and said, don't believe the rubbish. Because he already knew in his mind he was going to stay at Liverpool. He already knew that. But
yeah, to your question, Matt, I think I find them credible, bro. I think they're not going to spew any madness around their players. For me, it might be wrong, but I think we need to keep him, bro. But at the same time, club first, innit? So if he's asking for some absolute madness, then thank you very much. See you later. Do you know what I mean? But if it's like something where I think it's reasonable, and I think if you look at his body of work and the amount, no one has to listen to this, but his body of work, he's played on that right-hand side for years. Yes, he did have his injury stuff that he went through, but this man spent half the time at this club putting out fires for everyone else. Put out fires for Verge, put out fires for himself, put out fires for Trent, put out fires for the midfielders. So not only he's putting out fires for his teammates, there's moments when he's done some madness and he had to put the fire out himself, innit? So it's just one of those things, man. But I feel like if we can find a structure, a system that allows him to just do just be a defender, like we saw against Madrid when they were just actually asked to be defenders and not this covering wide area defenders and not this aggressive, I need to press past the midfield defender. I just want us to go back to just having my defenders defend, bro. And that's how you're going to see the best out of him. Because no one goes by him. No one goes past him when he's just in the right areas to do his defense. It's when he has to go out and cover other stuff. That's where the little errors and mistakes you see seep into his games. But it is what it is, isn't it? If he goes, he goes. There's nothing we can kind of do. But I think we should try our best to keep him. But nothing mad. Like, if we're talking about like 400 grand a week and 5, like, I think you're cold, but relax, my guy. Relax.
Yeah, relax. Chill out, innit?
Or the young dude with free, maybe. And then, whatever. Maybe some add-ons if you stay fit a whole season, if goal contributions, I don't know, whatever, clean sheet, bone, whatever, and then he can tie it up a little bit more. But I think we should keep him to 100%.
I think so. Listen, I agree with everything that you said. I think his body of work has been serious at Liverpool. I do think he's big up Michael in the chat. He goes, Konate feels undervalued. Give him a contract, he'll be top 3 in the world in a few years. I actually feel like he's undervalued. Well, I don't know whether Michael means from maybe Liverpool, maybe hence why there's the stand-up for the contract. But I also feel like he's a bit undervalued in our fan base, you know. And what's so mad is that I think I've said this to you before, Endz. Me and you was having a conversation off air one time, and I said one thing you have to give Arsenal credit for is they will uplift their players no matter what. They will defend their players no matter what. I do feel like in our fan base at times we crash out, including myself, by the way, when I say this, by the way, too many times on players when they make mistakes, and then they started getting labeled. You see when Gabriel first came into the league, all rivals used to say he was a bozo because he kept on making mistakes. I said, I don't think he's a bozo. I just think he's adapting to the league, and let's see how it plays out. Lo and behold, Gabriel is now seen as one of the best defenders in world football, and no one calls him a bozo. But people forget what happened with my man. My man was making errors like Ibou. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Gabriel, I think is like 3 years older than Konate, I want to say.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And not only that, I think the way how Arteta plays as well definitely does help. Do you know what I'm saying? More pragmatic, more control.
He allows them to be defenders. He's defenders.
Yeah, they're not having to, don't get me wrong. If you drag them out wide, you can get at them. You can, because again, defenders, they're not perfect. You can get past any defender. But the point is, if they're centrally in those central zones where defenders like to be, that's where you see the best of them. And Arsenal are very good at manipulating where they want you to play. I feel like we don't do that. I feel like we lack that. And what happens is, especially over the years, because we don't control games as much as we should, opposition teams will drag us out into those wide areas, and our centre backs have to go there, and they don't want to be there, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I agree with what you're saying as well. I think you're right in terms of the PR we give our players, and I think it's the right, because obviously if you're playing bad, you need criticism, right? But
yeah,
of course, they're very good at the timing of when they do it. If Arsenal's got loads of clean sheets, timing is let's praise the two centre backs, which is fair. But they go boom, but we're gonna spin that and go, yeah, they're just the best in the Premier League. No problem. Yeah. That's when they'll do it. Prime example: if we start off the season with two bad performances, you'd say, or two performances where you say, yeah, looks a bit shaky, my guy. But then had two really, really solid performances. He went online and said, like, yeah, you might be crashing out me after 2 games. Nah, you're saying I'm one of the best now again. Banter, he's bantering back, throwing back a little bit of shade, a little bit of laughter.
Yeah.
I read through some of the comments. I'm like, bro, our own fans are like, yeah, shut up, man, just concentrate on football. I'm like, that's the moment when the PR, we should be like, yo, he's back to his best. But we don't, for some reason, do that. We don't want to do that. And in terms of when you're saying about Arsenal, the way they push you into areas where they want you to play.
Yeah.
We less so do that. It's like we trust our players to be individually good at one-on-ones. Like we trust our players. Like if you are going 1v1 with one player, I trust you to do it.
Yeah.
The other teams like us, they're like, we know you're good to do it, but we're going to make it easier because we're going to do that as a team, as a unit. We're not on that. Look how many years we've played with just Konate and Virgil at the halfway line.
Yeah,
it's worked because we've battered most teams, right? But for years, that's what we've done. So we've gone, no, we trust you to do your defending.
Look at this Endz, though. This not a true... Bruv, the last time... You see defense 18, 19, 19, 20? Fabinho was there, G. It's no coincidence, you know. No, and again, I'm not... Beforehand. Yeah, I'm not trying to do the whole... Because remember, I think Gravenberch is one of the best midfielders in Europe. Yeah? He might not be the best, but I just think he's one of the best. Top 5, top 10. I do generally think that, right? However, if someone said to me right now, in an ideal world, you was able to pick any midfielder to pair alongside Gravenberch, I reckon a lot of people would probably say Caicedo. Now, if you had Caicedo next to Gravenberch, could you imagine? Because Gravenberch can still do his defensive stuff, but Caicedo, that is his MO. That is what he's about. He's there to put out a fire. Bro, if Caicedo's putting out a fire and there's no fire, blood, man's making sure there's no there's nothing there to where he can see anything that's gonna happen. We don't have that in our team.
You know, when you see players like a Caicedo and you're going like, look, Chelsea, he's obviously he's there in it, earning what he's earning, and he's doing his job, right? But you know, like a player like him, where if you would have just plucked him out and put him into a Liverpool, not only does he become mad, but the team becomes mad, and they just go on and cook and win everything. You know, like players where you just like, if I just plucked you out there, like you're good here, but you could be exceptional here. He's one of those ones. We don't have an actual six. And the last season, when our defense was on it, Gravenberch was asked to sit as a deep six.
Yes, he was
asked to protect, and he did that amazingly because not only he won young player in the Premier League, fantastic, and then the defenders were just doing defending stuff.
But now the manager, this is what I don't understand. You had a recipe, and you decided to just throw away the recipe and go, I'm going to do something else. Broski, do you know, I'm going to keep referring back to this, and I think you know what I'm going to say. I knew we was in trouble when Gravenberch revealed live on big TNT broadcast. He got man in the match. They said, you started to score goals now. And he was smiling. He was like, yeah. You know how Gravenberch does the smiling thing, and he just smiles. He's very like, that's him in it. He's smiling. He's like, yeah, like that. Last year I was asked to play the six. This year I've been asked, I've got a bit more freedom. I said, what?
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I even crashed out of that statement at that time. But like, I was like, let me not do too much because we won the game. But in my mind, I was thinking, Grav, I don't mind you scoring goals, yeah? Because obviously some people will say, well, look at Rodri, right? Look at prime Rodri, obviously before the injury. He could protect the back four, screen the back four, and still get important goals. That's absolutely fine. But Pep, the way how Pep plays, the way Arne Slot plays is completely different. They are meticulous with how they play.
Yeah.
We are not meticulous, right? So when Gravenberch is saying that, I'm thinking, wait. So we got a full six. What we got no DM. When you heard that, Endz, what was your first thought? Did you just kind of gloss over it, or did you go, oh, wait a minute, what?
No, I already knew that, bro. I said this from ages. I said from last season, January, I said we're not playing with our six anymore. We're not playing with the double pivot anymore. And I could see why teams are running through us. Obviously, we done so well in that first half. It was just a matter of time in it before we just clinched the title. The players were in a high scoring goals. Mo Salah was on some madness. So it was a matter of time, right? Going into this one, when he said it, I'm like, bro, I can tell because I don't see you in the six no more. What's going on right now, Matt? It feels like whoever is the closest becomes the six. So if Grav goes and Sobo, you are the lowest one in the shape, you become the six. If Sobo's gone, Matt, if you're the lowest in the shape, you know what that does, man? It confuses everyone because now Gravs would be like, whoa, you're like 5 yards closer to the sixth position, so you need to go and do that.
Yeah.
You know where before, if the six is the six, like an Endo, you don't have to ask Endo to defend. He's just going, right, where's the danger? Let me go and put these fires out.
Facts.
And that's what Gravenberch was doing last season. But now, man's got a smile on his face, his chest is out, one Premier League young player. He's got nominated for another award I saw the other day.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, and my dad told me I need to shoot more. That's what he said, live TV, like, yeah, my dad was like, I'm like, no, I'm joking. I ain't going to tell your dad to shut up. But
yeah, I know what you mean, though. Like, just talk. Yeah.
Tell your dad you got a job to do, and your job is a six, because you could make that position and own it, over the next. But Gravenberch is such a good player going forward as well. But we've utilized him more defensively now. I think now, when a player inside, they don't want to play there. Inside, he wants to go and advance and go and score and shoot and do all of that stuff. But we need someone inside them. We need someone inside their core beliefs. I want to defend and put out fires, bro. And the only man in our team that wants to do that is the guy that we never get to see play, and that's Wataru Endo. Look,
would you play Endo more? Would you?
If you want protection, bro, if you want everyone to go forward, you might as well put the guy that.
If you want to play, big up Konate. He said, big up the 3-1-6 formation. Stone Cold Steve Austin FC, Hey, bro, I'm finished.
It's long, bro. Honestly, it's a joke, man.
Bro, yeah.
And if he's not your guy, man, say he's not your guy, then go and get someone that's your guy. Then, if Endo is too old or whatever it is in your mind that he's not that guy, go and get that guy. If you're not gonna do that, then play a system that allows us to be a lot more compact in defending. That way we can put out fires early. That way we can stop conceding these dumbass goals. Because all we're doing right now is making it even more difficult for ourselves. Because now, instead of being able to go and win 1-0 or 2-0, we now have to win 3 3-3-2s, 4-2, like 4-3s. Like we're conceding.
We're
so
having
many
to
goals.
do too much. We're doing
We're
too
having
much
to
too
do
early
too
in
much,
games.
bro.
We're always chasing games. I always feel like just quickly. I know we're kind of
Go on.
You know what? Who cares? LFC Focus shows Liverpool news. They ain't even there much. But listen, we'll go where it goes. I've noticed, we normally at the start of a game we either make a mistake or something happens and we're a goal down, and we're always starting. No more time, we're starting at a deficit.
Yeah,
That's like you're just not giving yourself a chance to win a game, bro. Like, and a lot of that is due to the way how we play, the way how our midfield functions. This total football, like Connor said, 3-16 football, bro. Like, what is that, bro? Like, I look at stuff and think, last year it was completely different. We had structure. Do you know what we did last year? And do you know the massive difference? You know, people used to say we're a little bit boring because like we're a bit too safe. Bro, I'd rather be safe, bro. And then we'd be a bit more expansive later on in the game. Because that was a winning formula. What is this formula, bro?
As I said, for those that choose not to listen to press conferences, if you listen to what the gaffer says, the gaffer said, that's against my beliefs. I don't want to play that way. So this is what he wants to do. What we're seeing this season is actually what he wants to do. He wants an expensive style of football. He wants to build up with a 3. He wants to use a marauding fullbacks as a third defender. We want to leave a 6 that's not a 6 as the pivot, the lone pivot, by the way. And then we're going, everyone else go and pin their midfielders and pin their wing backs and fullbacks and defenders back. So that means there's only 4 guys to ever pass to. And if we lose the ball in that, we get counter-attacked. And then we just have to deal with it. And then Konate runs out there for 90% of the game, wins like 70, 80% of them, but the 20% or the 10% he doesn't win, he's going to get crucified for. So back to your original thing, he's going to get cooked no matter what, bro, because how we're playing is he's a right-sided centre-back asking to be a ball-playing centre-back, asking to be a ball carrier, but understanding like he's in his head, he's not like a Virgil. Virgil's more that defender that's a flamboyant one that wants to go and do different stuff. Konate is more of an old school type defender. He just wants to defend, rough man up, let them know like, yo, I'm bigger, I'm stronger than you. I just want to defend, tackle, and pass it simple. But we're going, no. You ain't doing that.
We want you to do more. We need total football. I need you. I hear it.
And then in his head, because he's got the defensive mindset, he's going, if I try and do this, there's no one here. The right back is gone. The right back is inverted 10 now. Mo Salah's touchline winger. So if I lose the ball here, who's covering me? Then someone has to do them 4 long sprint mode to come back in and help out. That's probably why he's thinking, he's weighing up his options. He's like, do I go to a team and then I don't have to go?
That's good of you. Yeah, because do you know what's funny you say that about Szoboszlai? Yeah, obviously there was talk about a new contract. I think Fabrizio spoke about Grav and Szoboszlai new contracts. Apparently they're like in the workings, shall we say? Yeah. One thing I didn't like what the manager said, and again, I know it just feels like every single thing is crashing at the manager, but I just feel like you just have to call it for what it is, innit? Like, if I don't like something, or if you don't like something, or the chat don't like something, call it out. The manager said, I've been very, very impressed, Szoboszlai. That's after we won the last 2 games, right? Villa and Real Madrid. He goes, especially it's off the ball work. Brother, you're going to run this man into the ground, you know? And do you know what I can see happening? Just because he has an amazing talent, or ability, shall I say? It's more of an ability, not talent. It's an ability, but you could say the same thing, right? Don't abuse the ability, bro. You do realize, Szoboszlai is like 20. Is he 25? 24,
25, but he's 24, I think it is when he.
Broski, if he plays for Liverpool for the next 4 years, like that, but he will be cooked by his 30. And when I say cooked, he just won't be nowhere near athletic. He won't be nowhere near athletic.
That, bro.
He'll just start picking up injuries, but the body can only do so much.
Because last season he picked up, I think it was was it on the clock? He picked up a hamstring injury, and that's because he's so fucked, bro. People don't realize how fast this youth is.
He's rapid. No. He's one of the fastest in the Liverpool team.
That's why I don't know. You watch the inside training, and they were talking about speed. It's like, I'm faster than these, man. I was like, raw. He said, "No, sprint. We can go and race outside now."
No, Szoboszlai would dust out. I would say
dust out the man them
90%. In fact, especially if it's like 60 meters,
Yeah, the only one I don't know is probably Ekitike and Frimpong. That because Frimpong's rapid.
Yeah. I could have forget.
got
Yeah,
speed as
Frimpong.
well.
Yeah.
But all the other man them, he's dusting them.
Yeah.
He's dusting these man. But yeah, that's probably why Konate, we want to bring it back around to him. That's probably why he's either and to was it Michael's comment about undervalued, I think the comment was.
Yeah.
Probably that's
Michael
one of the reasons as well. Because he's probably looking at other guys that's coming into the team fresh. And he doesn't have to look at it that way. Obviously, someone coming in fresh is gonna always get a better contract because they're coming in fresh, right? Yeah. We have to entice them to come to our team. But he's probably looking at his body of work, not forgetting what we think as what he's doing. It's what he thinks he's doing. So he's probably going, I've done this body of work for this amount of time, and I don't feel like I'm getting the right contract to show that valuation. Plus, where you've got other players probably, and he's looking at other, they all do it because he's going to be like, right, my man.
Even the rivals, even his rivals.
He's like, what are these man doing? I'm a Premier League defender. I play for a top team. I'm putting out fires. I'm defending. I'm international for France. Like, come on, man. You got to pay me, or I can go here and they pay me. Because at the end of the day, they're still our players and we love them as players. But these men only have a small span in their careers, bro. And at the end of the day, it's about money. Let's be honest, bro. It is about getting the best value for their contract for the years. So when they retire, they've got something to sit on and do whatever they need to do. So he's probably going, if you want me to stay here for 5 years, you got to pay me accordingly then. If not, I can go here for 5 years.
How much do you think Liverpool should offer? How much do you think Liverpool should offer? I think that, to be fair, I think even what's his name? Indy has said the contract on the table. In fact, we can check that now. Actually, I've got to be careful. In fact, you know what I'm going to do actually because you have to be careful with these things.
Yeah.
Let me do this.
So you're saying how much do you think, right? I think
How much do you think in your opinion? How much?
Minimum 250.
So you think we should give him a minimum of 250?
Minimum 250, yeah.
That's quite surprising. I think
he's a young defender.
Yeah.
He's a young defender. He's going to get better as the years goes on. Real Madrid want him as well, bro. They don't want scrubs. These men don't get scrubs. I know they're going to get him on a free if not, but they're trying to get. They look at a talent and go, nah, him, get him 250, bro. Why are we giving him? Why are we going to give him lower than that?
Well, this is kind of interesting because look, this has been retweeted as well, by the way. That you can't see here, but there's one that's been and he's pinned it. So he's saying the contract offer on the table will be the final offer made by Liverpool. Liverpool believe it will make Konate one of the highest earners at the club. I'm gonna be honest. Now that you say 250, and I just see in the chat there are rumors, and I say rumors that Gakpo got a really good contract, you know. And I'm gonna keep it true. This is not, and again, I rate Gakpo for what he does, but I think Ibou is more of a staple in this team. Like, I'm not saying, just so Gakpo. I'm just saying, I hate to even do this, but if we were gonna lose one player, actually, let me not even say.
I don't even just do it this way. Like, if you had a,
I just think he's too important to not warrant what Gakpo's getting. If that makes sense. In
the work environment, Matt, there's always going to be people above, like in and Konate is above Gakpo and like that. Like, it's not about like whether you're dissing the player or not. No, Konate is above him. Like, he should be warranted because he's done a hell of a lot.
Yeah,
he's done a hell of a lot for these players in terms of. But you know how much fight. And I get it, bro. I get it. There is errors in the game. I've seen errors in his games, but I've also seen games where he's immaculate. And I guess the conversation always is he needs to just be a lot more consistent. Last season, you would probably say he was very consistent.
I think he was.
He rushed himself back to be available for us guys. He was doing like extras after. And we just let that go. We were just like, it's okay. This brother tried to get himself back and could cause himself even a worse injury. So he can come back and fight for not only the team.
He put himself above like he said, I'm willing to risk my body just to make sure we win the league. And everyone was giving him all the praise then. And then he has a very, very indifferent start to the season. I don't even say bad start to the season. And everyone just wants to crash out. Get out of there. Go Madrid. Rare. We don't need you. Guehi's better than you. What you think Guehi? I want to make something very clear, by the way. I can't blame. I rate Guehi maybe not as highly as others, bro. But one thing I'm gonna say, and I don't know whether you agree with me on this.
Yeah.
People think if we get Guehi, that the defense is fixed or something. Bro,
No.
this ain't no. And again, I do think Guehi is a better passer. I think he's more competent on the ball. And generally, that's me being honest. However, Guehi can only be a better passer if there's still options there as well. And what Endz has already told you and other people, the way we play football, we're not giving many options for our defenders. So you're not even going to get the best out of the defender who's very good passer. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's literally, you say better passer, bro. He looks more controlled on the ball, but you have to understand, Gay has a left wing back to pass to, as another centre back next to him to pass to. He also has either Kamada or Walton to pass to in the midfield, or he can punch it into the 2 10s that they have behind Mateta.
Yeah.
That's how many options. Konate has 2 options: either go back to Virgil, or try and give it to Salah. And Salah sometimes again like, yo, don't pass it to me because that guy's touch tight. So if I lose it, we're in trouble. So he's weighing up the option. Salah, do you want it? We don't get to see when players say no, recycle it. They do it a lot in the games when they're like, nah, let me recover. They don't want it, but people don't get to see these things. Or he has to turn around and give it back to the goalkeeper, which everyone's going to be like, bro, what are you doing? But I'm looking at him going, yo, who wants the ball? If I send it back, has to take 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of the ball.
Something wrong, bro.
Something is wrong. They're not moving. Bro. It's normally touch, pass, or touch, and then you pass it. Yeah. But no one's, if he has to carry it, there's something wrong.
No, 100. Agreed. Listen, I hope this contract situation does get sorted soon because, again, bruv, he's got 7 months left of this contract. If he's, I'll be real with you, I am scared, bruv. Like, all right, if I had to push you quickly for them for an answer, does Konate re-sign with Liverpool? Yes or no?
I think if the contract is what he's saying in terms of one of the highest, I think he will. But I think if they're trying to do this on the valuing thing, then I'm like, nah, because I don't know what's going on at the moment with our club. Like I'm looking at players that deserve it, but you're giving other players more, and then players that come in and it hasn't really. But I get it because obviously you want them to come, so you have to give them a big contract. But you have to try and keep these type of players, unless we're in such a brilliant position financially where they're like, I don't care if we lose Konate because we're gonna get him, and I'm like, all right, fair enough. What can I say then? They're like, I don't care losing him because we're gonna get Schlotterbeck, Bastoni. We're gonna go and get Gay. I don't know. Maybe that's what the plan is. They're like, we're gonna.
You never know, because Liverpool. I do think when it comes to transfers, we are the maddest club. When I say maddest club, it's because we're not consistently doing the madness. You just never know what's happening at Liverpool. One summer there could be 2 signings. The next summer there's 6 signings. Then the next summer there's 4. Like you just don't know. That's why when it comes to Liverpool transfers, the speculation is just madness. Because I'll be real, I know a lot of people did predict a big summer. I said I reckon we'll make about 3 signings, bro. I did not expect to have this summer where I sit there and go, I must be dreaming. I've seen us break a record twice, bro. The dopamine hit from Isak and you see that tweet from Fabrizio, blood.
But to be fair though, Matt, you would have probably been right. I think there was just circumstances like Trent leaving, the passing of Jota. Because I think we would have had Jota and we would have signed Isak and we wouldn't have signed Ekitike. I think Ekitike would have been the backup. They've said it anyway. Like he would have been the second option if we couldn't get Isak. So I think if Newcastle was doing the hardball thing, they would have been like, all right, cool, we'll go and get Isak. Fine. Ekitike, sorry.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, would we have got Wirtz? I think we would have probably got him because he was speaking about he needed players in one of his interviews. He said he needed players that's able to change direction. And then can break the line. So it makes sense signing Wirtz. I think we was going to get him, no. And then you wouldn't have signed Frimpong because we would have had Trent and Bradley. So maybe you would have signed Ekitike, Isak, Ekitike, either one of them or Wirtz. So that would have been probably a 3. And then the left back. So 4. Maybe 4.
Max, but you're right. The circumstances I did think changed that, innit?
Yeah, it changed it. So we had
is a great segue to the next topic. Andy Robertson, who, again, spoken about a Liverpool contract. So let me just read it for the people that maybe can't see it. I just got the audio. So Andy Robertson has confirmed he's yet to open talks with Liverpool. They've done everything for me in terms of me and my family. I think I've not been too bad for them in terms of signing from home for 8 million and what I've done. Whatever happens will happen behind closed doors, and I'm relaxed about the whole situation. If it is my last year, then it's my last year. If it's not, then so be it. But I think obviously I had a bit of a stressful summer in terms of decisions and things like that. And I've said to myself to I just said to myself to just try and enjoy the next few months, and then obviously it will start probably taking over my life. I've got no doubt about that.
Look,
what do you mean, bro, regarding Robbo?
He's been an amazing servant to the football club in terms of what he's done and achieved, the way he's played. At one point, he was the best left back in the world, in my opinion.
100%.
The best left back in the Premier League at one point, in my opinion.
He was.
But I think at the moment it's just, okay, where do we go? I think the uncomfortability around Kerkez in terms of, is he ready yet? Maybe in a year's time he could be ready to be it, but then now you're looking at, we would have to go and buy another left back on top of that. So you've got the uncertainty of Kerkez. Is he good enough? Is he going to be good enough? You know, is he going to settle in? Is it going to take him another season? And then you have to go and get another left back. That means you've got two left backs that you're going to have to settle in at the club. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult time. Do I think we should give him another contract? I don't know. I don't know. I would love to, but I don't know in it. I don't know what the direction we're trying to go in. I don't know how we want to play, and I don't know what direction the club's going in. All I know, we've got some really talented footballers, and I just don't have any idea. So I would give it to him, because I think you do need a player like a Robbo in there. Like but the players will, if you listen to like the insider training and stuff, the way they speak on him, the interviews they do, the way they speak about him and stuff like that. He's a vice captain for a reason. He's a guy that will tell you how it is, and he's not going to sugarcoat it or hide behind anything. And I think that he does that. But he's also, you know, a guy that banters. Most of the players saying he's the funniest. So you do need it. But if we're going to go a certain way in terms of how we want to play, are we going to need him going forward? Probably not. Probably not, because the Kerkez signing showed me that maybe we wanted a more marauding. We wanted the Robbo, a younger version of Robbo, basically. Bags of energy, up and down, get crosses in. I thought that's what we was going to do, but now we've done this. We're inverting him, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's a weird.
That's not his profile of how he wants to play. And that conversation will go into, oh, was it the manager's signing, or did we miss profile? I'm like, there's no way the manager and Hughes did not sit down at the start before the summer and gone, I am planning to play like this, and I need these type of players. There's no world that we live in that I'm gonna believe they never had that conversation. So when he said that, I'm like, okay, we're gonna get like an Eight Nori in my head. If we're gonna play this way, you get an Eight Nori, someone that's comfortable on the ball, that can dribble, that's easy to beat a player if needs be, but also can run into those 10 areas and score, because we've seen him cook and score, and also good on the overlap to get crosses in. I'm like, if that's the way you want to play, get that type of defender then. But he got someone where I thought, oh, we're going to just get the fullbacks wide and high.
That's what I thought with with Frimpong as well, bruv.
Yeah, and then that means then we wouldn't need a Robbo as such, right? We'd only need a Robbo if like there's an injury and then you put Robbo in. And that shows me from how we started the season. But I'm like, the way you're using this guy, you might as well have just played Robbo, and he would have gave us way more stability if you just used Robbo from the start. Facts. And then drip feed Kerkez in so he can get an understanding. He can get a feel of what it's like to play for Liverpool Football Club. So would I give him yes, I would. But I don't know how we want to play, bro. So I don't know. Like, are we going to keep him and then we're just going to do what? Like, where is he going to play? Invert? Oh, out? Is he going to run into 10? Like,
you see, this is where I'm it's difficult, you know, because last year I thought Robertson was below par. I didn't think he was that good. And if I'm being honest, I was quite happy to let him go. But you see, this season, he's been absolutely immense, and he showed maturity, he showed leadership, and he showed that what it was he needed an adaptation to get used to that system. Because I'm not going to do I've forgotten what you did in terms of how he played. Because if I remember correctly, I was thinking Robertson part of the build, and I remember it was a big thing to how we played, being part of a back three, right? And it took him time to get used to that, and maybe that's where some of the mistakes were happening and indecision. So he goes on to this season and he knows the role now. So to him, he's doing what Kirkes is doing now. Don't know whether to be a centre back. You don't know when to go forward. You don't know when to invert. Because, bro, I'll be real with you. The Kirkes that I'm seeing now is so far differently from the version that I saw at Bournemouth. And to give Robertson even more credit again, Robertson has just been like, you know what, I'm not going to make up no noise. I'm just going to play the game. I've got the experience of last year. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. And it's so mad how the fan base, including myself, maybe more so for me, maybe, should be giving him more credit, because even though I don't know what's going to happen next year, I think this year he probably should be the main left back. And the reason I'm saying that, it's not because I don't believe in Kirkes, it's because I think Kirkes is going through what he went through last year, bro. Remember the times we crashed it on Robbo last year?
But also as well, I think that even that, and back to your original point from the first topic we spoke about, in terms of the PR, like there was moments that Robbo made like some mistakes, but I think there was maybe like 5 games. Sorry, man.
That's right. No, chat. Like I'm telling you, like, do you understand when I say, like, I fully understand, like, the crash out potentially of last year. Because even myself and there's other people saying, no, probably not been good enough. But you look at it now and you look at how much he's improved. And I think it's just because the role specifically for the left back is so specific that you needed that time, that adaptation. He's able to get that now. Because he's basically part of a back 3, bro. When we attack, the right back normally inverts into the 10, or the right back goes so high, and the left back is now part of that back 3. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. Sorry, Endz. Yeah, go on, my bro.
No, I was agreeing what you're saying there as well. Yeah, I think for me, I don't think it was as bad as what people made out last season. And similar to the PR thing, as soon as he had, I think it was a mistake against Saka. That's the one where everyone crashed out. Then he got sent off. And I think those 2 in particular, when he got sent off of Fulham, and then
gave away a penalty against Real Madrid as well.
And then that one.
But it was saved though. It was saved, and he had problems against Madueke as well.
But Madueke is a good winger. Yeah, he's quick.
What it is, Madueke. I will say this. The chat will get onto me because I used to cuss Madueke when I used to cut. But the reason I used to cuss him because I used to say, like, broski, he's just a normal Premier League winger, but some people think like he's cold. I just think he's basic. Like, but I've gone back and reframed it and gone, he's not basic. He's actually decent. Like, Madueke is decent. He's not upper echelon winger, but he's decent. He's just decent.
Okay, fair enough. But even if you look at that, Matt, we play an average around 60 games in a season because we're Liverpool, right? We play the 38, normally go really far in the cups, far in the Champions League, whatever, right? So even if we're talking about a handful of games, maybe 5 games in a season, Matt, I think when you speak about PR, we probably use those 5 games to rip him apart, bro, and said he had a bad season. Instead of going, well, for the other 55 games, he didn't, there was no issues. But what happens is, after the Saka one, after the penalty against Madrid, you added the Madueke one in there, getting sent off against Fulham because he miscontrolled the ball. I think after those kind of mistakes, what happens is everything he then did after that, which would be a normal day, bad cross, everything then gets going. Nah, he's just dead. He's lost it. He's not good enough. And I felt like that's what happened. But 5 games out of a big over a long season isn't bad. Isn't bad. I'm not saying we didn't need to upgrade in that position. Obviously, we're not going to stand still. We need to add. So adding was always a plan anyway for me. But the way that we spoke about him, and then back to your original point about the PR, like I witnessed Saliba when Gabriel got injured.
Bruv,
Saliba was looking. He was looking like Bramble. He was looking like someone that plays like grassroots. He was just looking like someone that didn't understand professional football. But guess what? No one cared. The PR that they gave their player was, Saliba is as good as Virgil. It's like, I'm watching him grab man's ankle, bro, falling. I've watched him run and trip over man at the halfway line and getting sent off. I'm watching him elbow.
Grabbing man's ankles is crazy. But I know what you're saying.
When Gabriel wasn't there, Saliba was moving rage.
Bro, and you know, but that stems back. That stems back to what we were speaking about earlier in the show in terms of the PR. Do you know what we allowed? Not we Liverpool fans, but I say fans in general, in my opinion. They allowed Saliba after his first season to be put in a Van Dijk conversation. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know.
Arsenal fans, listen, we got a lot of friends that are Arsenal fans. Yeah, big them up like they're our brethren. But you see, their fan, I don't even know what to call them. They're lunatics, bro. How can you put Saliba in a conversation with Van Dijk after 1 year? That's where that whole thing started, you know? The whole thing. They know what they're doing. Remember, they done it with Declan Rice. When Declan Rice signed, remember, before Declan Rice kicked the ball, he was already one of the best midfielders in the Prem. I said he's good, but he's not yet. He needs to get to that level, bro.
Yeah,
now he is.
It doesn't matter what they say. It's when we co-sign it as like rival fans. You see the day.
Never said that.
You see the day, the day when Liverpool fans were saying, "Nah, but Saliba is better than Konate." I'm not saying you can't think that. I'm not saying that, but the moment we co-signed it,
it's over.
Now Konate could never be in the conversation. Where before he'd be like, "Oh, let him just do it, innit? Can we see him not just have 6 defenders in front of him? Can we see him actually defend on his own for once, 1v1?" Because when Gabriel wasn't holding his hand, guys, that's all I'm gonna say. You watch them games,
facts.
He positionally all over the place.
Yeah.
Lost his man. People told me he was quick. He got dusted out by Mateta. I'm like, yo. I'm like, nah, bro. Nah. And then grabbing ankles at halfway line. Nah, bro. Nah. I'm not saying you can't think one's better than the other. I'm not saying that because I'm sure many people.
I know what you mean. It shows weakness. It shows weakness in my opinion.
He co-signed it and gave it the stamp of approval.
Yeah.
And then that's now why they're getting stick.
But I'm telling you, once we remember the team, because they compared him to Van Dijk, and obviously we're the Van Dijk supporters. Like you said, once we co-sign that is it. Because now they can go to any football stream or whatever. They'll be like, no, Liverpool fans will tell you. They'll tell you that. It's the and you're sitting there and you're going, whoever co-signed this is an idiot. Because again,
Matt, who co-signed him being on the level or a future Virgil? It was us. Fan base, our fan base went, they have got a point, you know. Saliba is like, he's like a younger Virgil. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's not even close to Virgil. Like, I'm sorry. And again, I do think Saliba is a top European centre-back. But you see Virgil, and people start doing this whole thing, but look at Virgil this season. I'm talking Virgil totality. Let me ask Liverpool fans this year in the chat, Look how long it took for rivals to accept Virgil van Dijk was the best defender in the world. Look how long it took Mohamed Salah to be recognized as the best right wing forward in world football. Look how long we had to fight, chat. Even Sadio Mane.
Man didn't want to hear it. They were like,
rivals didn't want to hear this, you know. Oh, you Liverpool fans always want to gas out your players. This is what I'm saying, chat. Never co-sign. You can say someone's serious or whatever, and it's not even being in denial. If you genuinely believe that, and you just want to do that, that's just your personality, cool. But I'm just saying, for majority of Liverpool fans, always support your players and big them up whenever you can. Don't do nothing fake, because I'm never going to sit here and go, Kop-ish is the best left back in the world. I ain't going to do that. What I'm saying is, though, Monts, I'm going to chat to Monts. You're damn right.
Also, Matt. The reason why I always said like Gabriel, big ups to Savage as well, because he was always like, nah, Gabriel's the guy as well. You can always tell who's the better defender. You can put anyone next to Virgil and they look good. And that's the way I view Gabriel. Like, you can put anyone. Mascara's next to him looking good. Ben White, you put there. If it's Timber, you put there. You put anyone next to this brother, and they look good. I saw Saliba on his own, bro.
Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Salah, 7 to 8 years of greatness, is having a bad season. I told you he was never the guy. What did I tell? They're doing all of that. And you know what ends? Even though us as fans, Liverpool fans, we're allowed to do the whole he's playing garbage because we have backed him
supporting the team,
his entire Liverpool career. But one thing I don't like is when the rivals, they've had this agenda for time. Remember, some people will not accept Salah as being one of the best players in world football over his Liverpool career. They won't accept it, you know. This is where they kind of get on.
That's our fault, though, Matt. We co-signed all of the other guys and said Saka is on the same level as Salah. You remember that agenda?
When they start, and I kept on saying, I think Saka is a cold player. I said Saka might be next one day, but I said he's nowhere near Salah level, bro. Not even close. Oh, it's always our players that have you noticed that are
they look up to us. Yeah, that's the reason they bred our songs. They bred us the way we are as fans. They man are playing our tunes in their training ground. They even their behavior. You know when they're uncomfortable being friends. I'm watching them like, oh yeah, we're friends, but I'm like, yeah, you don't read. Like we look at our players and you can see the man them are just vibing. Their man are like, oh yeah, I'm friend. Nah, you still have your cliques within your team, bro. Relax.
Yeah.
Bro, the Rice conversation over Steven Gerrard is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
but there would be some Liverpool fans that would be like, yeah, Rice is cold. I think Rice is just an average footballer. I just think he's just calm. He does his job. He does what's on the tin. He's like a Milner, run around, making tackles, pass the ball, scored them 2 wonderful.
I think he's slightly better than I do. Me personally, I think if you had a conversation about top European midfielders, he wouldn't be top 5. He's not there, but he'll be like top, maybe in the top 20.
Nah, he's not.
You don't think he'll be top 20?
Nah, he's not, bro.
Honestly, you don't think so?
Them 2 free kicks against Madrid ain't gonna skew my opinion on him.
No, bro. I don't rate Rice like that. You know, I want to make that abundantly clear.
Apart from his set pieces, I think I don't know what in the Beckham he's doing, but his set pieces are ridiculous. Yeah, right. Apart from that, Matt, tell me one other skill set that he has over any other midfielder in the world.
Over any other midfielder in the world.
Yeah. Apart from that, because I think his set pieces are amazing. Apart from that, tell me what like a skill set or an ability that you think he has over everyone else.
I think he's got a very good ability of crashing the box, you know.
Bellingham does that.
Hear me out. Timing is but Endz, you know about football. You're a coach. Timing is one of the best things you can have as a midfielder. But again, maybe I'm reaching. I don't know. But I do think timing.
I'm gonna lie.
Maybe I'm.
No, you're reaching. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm doing the YouTube thing.
the best box crasher right in Bellingham, bro. Rice ain't that guy. Bellingham is the best.
What we saying, pot Rice? I hear it. No, I hear it.
No, but this is what we do, and it'll be like, oh, because of the set pieces and because of the free kickers against Madrid, and because of something where we like, yeah, Rice. I'm like, bro, for England, do we? Okay, I'll ask you, Matt. Do you tune into like England games?
No, I don't watch England as much as I used to. I'll say over the last year, I don't really watch England a lot, you know. You know why though? Shall I be honest?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, but go on.
No, all I'm gonna say, if you don't, that's fine. But if you watch him, he just looks like an average footballer in that team.
Yeah, I know. He's not. No, you're right though. He's not a stat. Do you know what? I will say this year, and again, maybe it's hypocritical for me because I'm about to speak about Liverpool players. When I watch players like Gravenberch, when I watch players like Szoboszlai, even McAllister, when they play for their countries, they do stand out. Like they genuinely stand out.
Exactly.
Like genuinely. And I feel like no matter what system you're in, there will always be a part where someone will just go, no, you're cold. For example, look at Vitinha in Portugal. He stands out. Like he actually stands out. How about this actually? I'd say Bellingham is probably better than Rice, you know?
No, he is. No, that's not
Bellingham's better than Rice. No. Bellingham's better than Rice. But Arsenal fans will tell you Rice is better.
And you know what they'll say? The work rate. And you know it's crazy, because us as Liverpool fans will be like, well, Sobo's work rate is the best in the Prem. But we'll be like, well, we expect you to work hard, my guy. But they'll be like, Rice works hard.
But there's other aspects of Szoboszlai's game, though, because like you said, like Szoboszlai's passing range is actually exceptional. So is his shooting. It's absolutely exceptional. We can do the band for band free kick thing because we saw when we crashed it on them earlier in the season. But you're right though. I think there are too many players that have amazing PR, and not only that, their fan base will back them to the ends of the earth like they should. But it's when people start co-signing that's where it gets problematic, and that's why I feel like again to kind of going back full circle to our players, we just need to be a bit more mindful, in my opinion, of our own.
The game, what was the game when West Ham played? I think it was Frankfurt in the final of the Conference League thing.
Oh no, that's when they played.
Who was it that they played?
Shoot, because Rice kind of got run out the building, a little bit.
No, I did the watch along. Me and Savage did the watch along. The best player.
Who was it? It's for the opposition team. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Chat, come on, help. Oh, Florentina.
Florentina. No, I don't think it. No, it wasn't Florentina.
It was in the final, and then West Ham won.
Final of the
Bowen. I think Bowen got the goal.
Yeah. Who was it, chat? Let me see. Hold on. It wasn't Florentina.
I can't even remember. It might.
Are you sure it was Florentina? Am I going mad? Maybe it was Florentina.
Either way,
it was Florentina.
And when I knew, when we say PR, yeah, everyone's gonna do PR. That's when I realized he has great PR. He was absolutely atrocious in that game. Thanks for bringing up Amrabat because he.
That's the. Yeah,
Amrabat.
You're right. Big up the chat.
He had man in a split the whole game.
Yeah.
They were cooking. Oh, do you know at the end of the game, I'm like, yo, when people say like, oh, Liverpool should get Bowen here, and I'm like, I get it, he's like, all right. When I watched that game, I was like, do you know what? Bowen is he's him, This guy he can play through the middle, wide left, wide right, but he's just on it. He was playing so good in the game, scores a goal. At the end of the game, I'm like, oh, Bowen, come on, man. Give him man of the match, best player in the tournament. I was just saying stuff. Bro, they turned around and gave man of the match to Declan Rice and said, like, yeah, he was. I'm like, rah, the PR is so strong with this guy. Because I'm like, with my own eyes, I watched the game and I saw him get moved through the whole game, did nothing, misplaced passes, losing duels, all over the pitch, by the way, chasing shadows, grabbing ankles. And at the end of the game, there's like, nah, he was the best player on the pitch. I said, all right, fair enough.
He wasn't. I watched that game. But for some reason, I don't know why I didn't think it was. I don't know why I didn't think it was Florentina. I was thinking of the game, but I watched some of that game, but I can't.
The levels of how people rate players now is mad, bro.
Yeah, and you know what though? I think
I guarantee you, most people say he's world class as well,
bruv. They do
in the month.
No, they do.
It's all right, Matt. Our fans are lowered our standards as well within our club because we don't care, and football is lowered now because no one cares. Everyone's like, I might as well just at this rate, you might as well just watch highlights and then just read stats, bro. Because
I'm looking at Declan Rice now, because in fact, funny you say that, I know we're going a bit left here, but I was trying to find this, They gave Rice a 7, but obviously the winning team more times than not are always going to get the higher ratings more time. I remember Amrabat causing problems, bro.
They dominated West Ham. So how are these men on a lower rating, bro, than the West Ham?
And this is foot mob, so I don't even really. Look at that. Look at the possession. So, man,
I told you I watched it with my eyes. I saw
bro. West Ham. I remember because West Ham were chasing shadows, bro. But look at it. But imagine you didn't see the general statistics of the game. Yeah, general statistics, of them controlling the game and having 17 shots. Obviously, same amount as on target. But then I go back to the game of the individual players. Rice got a 7.2, Hold on, wait a minute. He only made 28 passes from midfield.
They didn't have the ball back for him to pass anyway.
No, wait there. What? 18? Nah.
Them stats are like pro clubs, bro. When you
bro, when you ain't got no stats and you got no money, like my pro club, my player, they got no stat. Broski, Amrabat made 76 passes to Declan Rice's 28. Look at the passing accuracy as well.
And then he got what? A 6 point. What did he get?
He got a 6.9.
Turn it off, Matt. Let's get back to Liverpool.
Yeah, let's leave it. Yeah.
That's what I said about Dion. Then after the game, they'll interview him like, you was amazing. Like, you know what I mean? What does it mean to you? And like, can we go and show Bowen some love, please? Because he was on it the whole game. But
no, it's mad. All right, just quickly before we go, last thing I should quickly speak about. It won't take long on this one. There's a lot of talk about Harvey Elliott. He's unhappy about his game time. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yeah.
just quickly here. Says here quickly. So this is from I want to say the Athletic, Greg Evans. An early exit from Aston Villa looks unlikely for Harvey Elliott with no January recall clause in the season-long loan, while neither Liverpool or Villa have indicated at this stage that they want a deal cancelled. Elliott is unhappy though with the game time, bro. What's your thoughts on that one quickly? Do you think there's any chance Harvey Elliott comes back to Liverpool, or do you think he stays there and maybe tries to see it out, so to speak?
I don't know. You know, I want to bring our boy home, bro, because he's getting mistreated. He went there to
even here, bro. Look at this. Look, Harvey Elliott is going increasingly frustrated with his situation as a Villa, which is getting worse rather than better. Sitting on the sideline wasn't what he expected, and then even here as well. Harvey Elliott fought hard about Liverpool and fighting for his place, but with the arrivals of Robertson and Frimpong, it was clear he would face further struggles. And when Aston Villa formalised the interest, he decided the move would give him the best chance of achieving his aims. One of which was to push for England place. Bro, I feel sorry for him, bro.
I would bring him back. Bring him back, bro.
Would you?
Yeah, because it's not like all the players that we signed set the world alight. Ekitike is probably the one where you'd be like, yo, okay. He's him in it.
Yeah. Big up Savage as well, because you see, and was you? I'm trying to think. Was you? I think you was a big fan of. Yeah. Do you know what? No, I remember.
That's the guy we should watch. And I was like, okay, let's see what he's about.
Me and Savage was on the same wavelength.
One game I watched and I said, yeah, nah, get him. Nah.
Do you know? I remember there was a stream that you done on your channel. Yeah. Big up Savage. It wasn't necessarily you. I can't remember who else on the panel, but basically you done a comparison and people saw conversion rate and said, he's got a worse conversion rate than Darwin. I don't want him. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I was locked into that show. Big up Savage. He said, don't worry about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a baller. I promise you. And look, we've seen it now, but yeah.
Bring him home, though. Bring Harvey home.
I think if he's been wasted, why not? What's the worst thing that could happen, innit?
What's the worst thing? He might actually come and score you some goals that we need or get some assists that we actually need.
He could even play on the right-hand side, bro, as well. He's versatile. On the right, in the 10.
Because if there is a stipulation, about minutes played or game or appearances for us to trigger that, for them to buy him, then they might not do it, and he comes back anyway. So either way,
that's true. That's true.
Either way, we'll get him back. Either way, because at the moment, and I saw his Instagram post. When we beat Villa 2-0.
Yeah,
I can't remember if he quoted it or not. Yeah, but I feel like maybe I'm gonna start a narrative or agenda. I'm gonna say he said, "Come on, boys," or something like that.
Swear.
Remember, he's a Liverpool fan, bro. So
that might be why he's not getting no game time, blood. I forgot to switch to the burner account. I hear it.
No, he probably forgot. I'm sure he didn't quote it, but I did remember putting it up and watching the game. It was like 2-0. I was like,
We got Harvey
you're
Elliott,
happy inside.
My guy, bro.
Happy inside. We're winning. We're not losing. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Harvey Elliott. And again, I understand it. When we signed for Endz at the time, I still didn't even want us to sell Harvey Elliott. Now with the drift, now with the cap, we were all in agreement, and we all said, bro, if we can keep him, it's better to keep him. But obviously, if he wants to go so badly, we understand it because he needs game time. Bro, he's gone to the wrong club. But I thought at the beginning, Aston Villa said they could cook with him. So
I don't even like the number they gave him, bro. That one.
What number they gave him? Number 9, innit?
He's number 9, bro.
Like what?
And I know it's the semantics and it's just little stupid stuff, but like number 9, he's a midfielder. Give him a midfielder number, bro. Like, what is he going in a false 9? What are we doing with him? What
don't make no sense, bro.
Just some random number on his back of his shirt.
No, big up Harvey Elliott, man. Like, it's crazy, it's mad. But listen, people, I don't want to keep you guys here for too much longer. We're gonna wrap up the show here. Bigger ends each and every time, my brother. Come on. Also, chat. Make sure you like and subscribe to Kopish. Also, make sure you go over to Endz's channel as well. Endz, you going live today? Actually, you going live today?
No, I'm shit. I was gonna do one, but I can't be.
You chilling out today? Yeah.
I want to chill. The sun's nice outside. I'm gonna go for a walk. I might do like a little.
Yeah. No, I hear it. I'm chilling as well, bro. Like after Civil War broke out on Tuesday. Done the morning show yesterday. Obviously show now. Gonna just chill out for a little bit and then go again tomorrow. Don't forget, people, tomorrow we'll have another morning show. We'll also have Hassam, Tom Little, and potentially James Redmond on the channel as well, lunchtime. And there might be some other content as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. Also, people, you know what I'm going to say? Make sure you go over to okjersey.com. Go and get your football jerseys for about £15. Use the code Kopish, get 8% off. And the last thing I'm going to say, if you haven't seen Civil War over on... In fact, let me get the link now. Your guy mad if you ain't seen it. Endz, tell them about it quickly, bro, while I quickly get the link, bro.
Yeah, nah, listen. At the start, the fans were crying and saying, look, we don't care. We came here for war. And then I started asking some interesting questions. And then the guys that were on the slot in started running one by one. That's the narrative I'm going to paint, Matt. I'm sorry. One by one.
He's a nasty guy, you know.
I see him come in there and press. And him and Mike Dad's going back and forth in terms of tactics and how we set up. If you want to hear the inners, tell us about, you know, the manager is crazy and he doesn't know what he's doing. So essentially agreeing with what we're saying, but also saying that they want to do the whole faith. I promise you, go and listen to it and you guys can make your own decisions.
Chat, this was the panel. And just to let you guys know, so I ain't going to spoil it, Asim from Born and Red also joined the party. And later on in the show, Mike Dash joined as well. Trust me, people, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on my channel. It was one of the biggest streams, in my opinion, of the year for Liverpool because somehow, some way, I was able to get everybody in one place. And it's very rare that even happens. Do you know what I'm saying? So big up to those people that have watched it. Go watch it again. I need the likes. You get what I'm saying? I need the traction. Yeah.
Did it hit 1,000 views yet? It did, didn't it?
Yeah, so got 1,800 likes, bro.
That's outrageous, man.
Trust me, bro. And yeah, 26,000 views as well. So listen, man.
Frame as well, Matt. You got Errol looking like he's screaming at someone. He didn't scream once in the stream, I know.
He didn't. No. But one bigger Errol eating everything. But Errol was firm in what he was saying. Don't get twisted.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? Bigger Errol. He fully. To be fair, I'm not even gonna. Everyone represented. Some people didn't maybe speak as much as maybe they could have, but just go check it out, people. You won't be disappointed. That's what I'm saying. If you haven't watched it, if you have watched it, big up to yourself. But yeah, man, you have to check it out, man. Trust.
RA said Matt needs to post more content. You have to talk to Matt, guys. No,
I know, bro. Listen, man. I'm gonna be honest. That video there probably gave me about 2 weeks. No, I'm joking. 2 weeks of briefing room. But no, chat. I'm gonna sort out more content. One thing it made me realize as well is that how much content there is to do, different content as well, and that's something that I need to, you know, sort out. I need to be on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Pause. So I need to make sure I get more involved on my own personal channel. So yeah, man, I need to do that. But people, listen, big up to Endz once again. Make sure you go over to Endz's channel and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? People, make sure you go and do that. Support my brother. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow on Kop-ish, tomorrow morning. Yes, EAFC. Do you know what? If I can get the audio thing working today, I'll do EAFC today. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that I'll probably do that later on today, chat. If I can sort out the technical, because that's one of the main reasons why I ain't done it. But people, listen, bless up, God bless. It's your boy Man Like Matt and Endz. LFC in focus. We're out, people. Take care. God bless. Love.